creating a culture of love.
How you treat people, even when you're having a bad day. I think that because it's easy to say you love somebody when you're rich and everything's going great. But what do you still tell people you love them when you're having a bad day? The world will be a better place if we learn how to love. The world, Ruben Rojas, will be a better place if we learn how to love.
My guy.
What's up?
You literally booked a flight to be here today.
Yeah.
To show mad love.
Yes. Show mad love. No, not mad, happy love.
Happy, well, yeah. You know we don't want to be taking that word and being like he's angry. But good point.
Yeah,
so
man.
Happy love, happy feet.
Yeah.
What up, Elec, man?
What's up, man? Good to be here. Good to be here in LA. Good to be here, man. I'm just blessed to finally make this happen because me and you've been talking about it for so long. And when both of our pictures was on that big jumbotron at Lewis's event, it was just like, and you hugged me, said we're gonna work together, and I said I'm gonna see the blue truck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see where you do all the work at, and I'm finally here.
Here you are.
I'm finally here, yo. But thanks for having me, man.
Sunny weather, sunny skies.
Yeah.
And the kicker, man, you booked it, you came here, and then you booked a national commercial like a couple days later.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how, and not to get really, religious or whatever, I'm gonna tell you how the universe and how the creator works. I booked the flight from home, from Orlando. Mm-hmm. I said, Ruben, I'm on my way. And you was like, man, you sent that emoji, just hand clapping, you sent a heart. You say, yes, I'm gonna have you, blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up auditioning for this commercial, got a call back the next day after I told you I was getting the flight, got the flight. Yeah. Got a call back, did the call back, nailed it. Agent hit me up and say, you're in there, you got it. And I was like, that's crazy because I'm already gonna be in LA. Everything just worked out perfect. So I guess I just say trust the process. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing. Everything's gonna fall in place when it's supposed to.
No, exactly, right? I mean, you could talk about manifestation, you could talk about the universe doing its thing, the power of love, the power of God, or intention.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. And it kind of gave me chills, Ruben. I'll be honest with you. I told my girlfriend, I was like, this is weird how the fitting is the day, the shoot is the same week I'm here, and it was already written. I just didn't know it was written. I just had to trust my gut and just keep doing, because I was sitting there like, should I go to LA now or should I wait for next year? I was like, no, I want to do it in 2022 and bring in the next year with my bro. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Here we are. So let's tell the folks who you are, man. You are, I'll let you do it, but who are you? Come on, tell them.
Elec Simon, the motivational entertainer, percussion entertainer, event Emcee, event hype man. If you have an event, I'm gonna make sure the show's running. Whoever I'm bringing on stage, I'm gonna make sure it's prompt. Me and my percussion ensemble is gonna wow your crowd and make your crowd feel great through music and electricity, because my name's Elec, E-L-E-C. So I'm gonna try to bring electricity to your crowd. That's what I do.
There you go.
Yeah.
The original electro.
Feel the power.
Not to be confused with Jamie Foxx's portrayal of that villain, right? But no, we stay connected obviously on socials and everything. I love what you're doing with the kids. You're always rocking the gear, you bring in the vibe, and you always bring it back to love. Love is the answer, love is the power, love is the vibe. And that's why we're on the same wavelength. I'm out here painting love and really just reinforcing the message for myself, because we all need the reminders. We have bad days, we have mad days. But you are the embodiment of living through love. Talk to me, like, how do you define love?
I define love as love has no color. Love has no destination. when I talk about love, I say God. I say God is love. And if we all went to that word, because everybody throws the word around, you know that. Everybody's, oh, I love you, mama. But if you really throw that word around, why is there so much separation in the world? And there's people who, you know, who love God, who say they love people, they follow love, but then they separate a whole bunch of, I don't know how to say it. They separate humans. They put people in different categories. So if I had to say it, I say love. I say God is love, and everybody says that. But I would say love is how you treat people, even when you're having a bad day.
Boom.
How you treat people, even when you're having a bad day. I think that because it's easy to say you love somebody when you're rich and everything's going great. But what do you still tell people you love them when you're having a bad day? That's it.
Well, fair enough. But also a little bit of what you were saying earlier, the incongruency of saying you love them, showing up that way, but actually the action and the act of it. But yeah, if you're having a bad day, let's say you're not loving yourself, but you can still show up and, I don't want to say save face, because it's just like, hey, you're a human. I'm having the bad day. I don't need to take this out on you.
Right. That's a. You know what's funny? You just said that. I think I apologized to somebody one time because everybody knows me. I'm a smiler. I'm always smiling. Even on my bad days, I'm always gonna smile, and just like, and I think I said something snippy at somebody, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm sorry. I was like, I put my energy on you. I love you. I'm sorry. Give me a hug. And he's like, wow, nobody's ever said they was sorry for saying something out of pocket. They would just say it and then apologize later. I have to say it to their face, let them know right away. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, man. I apologize. Hey, I love you. And then I would go back to smiling. So that, I think it's action more than anything. We can write it. You're one of the best you're artists everywhere. We can paint it, we can write it, but if we don't show and actually do it, a lot of people say they're going to do things, Rue, but they don't. A lot of people say they're going to do things, but they don't. A lot of people say, hey man, I love you. I love what you're doing. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to connect you to people. I don't hear from them. I don't do that. So I stop relying on people and I start relying on God. I started saying, God, okay, I'm with you now, because I almost gave up on you in 2020. But you had to wake me up. You had to say, hey, I'm still here. And that's what it is. I just been showing love and being Elec, and everything's falling into place now.
Yeah.
Everything's falling out and not chasing people, I guess.
And that's true, because the letdown. A lot of people let people down. And it's not because they have bad intentions, right? Ultimately, I think they justly want to do what they want to do, but life gets in the way.
Yes.
And the way I've conditioned myself to not let that affect me, because there were times like, oh man, this is going to happen, and it doesn't happen, is I just say, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
If it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And if it's not, I don't want an expectation hangover when it doesn't happen. I'm just going to, we'll see.
That's a deep one, bro. I'm going to start saying that. We'll see. Well, you know what? Yeah. And to anybody listening to this, to anybody who might be struggling and saying, yes, we're talking about love, but to anybody for motivation wise, when you just stay strong on what your gift is. Steve Harvey always said, God gives us a gift, and your gift is the thing that takes the least amount of effort. If you keep doing your gift, the right love, the right people, the right person, the right room will be filled for you, and everything's going to happen in its time. Yeah. And I had to learn it. I was trying to do other things and wear all these hats. I said, I'm just going to focus on being a motivator, motivating crowds on stage, being the best event host, hype man, MC there is, and trying to be the best percussion motivator there is. I mean, playing on stage. You see me millions of times. My job is to make people leave and say, man, I felt great just watching you guys play, and you guys won't even sing. I mean, I might sing here and there, but it's just all percussion and it's all just entertainment. I'm just being me. Though. It's just the energy. So I say all that to say, stay with your craft, stay with your gift, show love to people, show love to strangers. even if your best friend don't show love to somebody, that doesn't mean that you don't have to either.
Right.
You like that, right? A lot of people are followers. If I'm not cool with one person, their partners or their band members or their clients or somebody won't be cool with me. Little do they know that person that you're not being cool with because your partner might have the keys to your dream.
Yeah.
So be careful of who you hang out with.
No, that's true. And it's contagious. And at the end of the day, everyone vibes differently with all these other people. And we all don't vibe on the same level. And
Right.
it's okay. Like,
Right.
and you can have 3 friends that I don't vibe with.
Right.
Does that change our relationship?
No, not at all. So once it goes back to what? Show love and be what? Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be who you are. And don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Be who you are. Stand out. I want to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said on this one thing, like people say, oh man, you're a great musician. I'm a musician, but I'm not. I'm more of an entertainer. Yeah. I've been in rooms, Ruben, where musicians still to this day, percussionists are last to get hired, first to get fired. They don't need it because they got machines now. You can just press a button and then together. Yeah. But a lot of people don't respect the percussion world. Does that make sense? So then when I step in a room, it's like, well, he's a percussionist. Whoa, he's wild in the crowd. He's singing background. He's flipping sticks. He's doing it. So it's hard for people to look at my art and say, wait a minute, he's a percussionist, but he plays buckets. He plays a ladder. He beatbox. You give him a can of almonds, he'll play those. So it was hard for me to be accepted as who I am, but as a musician, but I'm an entertainer more than a musician. And you can have the best musicians in the room. That doesn't mean everybody can rock a crowd. That's the one thing. I'd rather be able to rock a crowd. That's just me.
Special energy. That's a special breed, and you do have that. But let's unpack this for artists, for musicians, and everything. So for me, like I didn't go to art school. I went to school to be a doctor. But
man, you went to art school, man.
I didn't go to art school.
You didn't go to art school?
I didn't go to art school.
You're lying, bro. You're lying. You didn't study art?
I was pre-med, bro.
What?
Yeah.
You look like a doctor too with the ponytail, Ruben. You do look like you would be a doctor. Oh, Mr. Simon.
Wait. I'd be like, well, we're gonna do the orthoscopic on your knee. Make sure we do the right knee. Yeah. But anyway, let me get on point. We can unpack that another day. Sometimes in the art world, they're like, well, where'd you get your MFA? Or I didn't do it the normal way so that let's just call it the people that are the old way. They think like, well, then you're not an artist because you didn't go down that path. Or as a musician, like you're not a musician because you play drums or you play the ladder or the buckets or the this, or you don't appear the same way, or you didn't go to music school and you kind of created it. But a lot of us have whatever our special skill is already inside of us. It's just a matter of choosing to show it to the world and showing up how God intended us to be. But that conversation, have you ran around that conversation sometimes like, yeah, I want to be in a museum one day. But they're like, well, you don't have an MFA. I'm like, does one need to have the other one happen? And I know more often than not, that's not the case. But sometimes in these spaces, if you didn't go to Juilliard, Tupac went to Juilliard, right? Right. Wow. I never, and that's that. I never. So the MF. Can you tell me the MF? That is the Master in Fine Arts. It's like the degree you get in art school, I guess.
Well, and see, if I don't know something, that's another thing about me. I'm gonna ask.
No, and it's great.
I don't have no. I mean, people might laugh at me watching this. Like, we don't know. I don't know what it is. That's what it is.
The point is, you go on the path to become the thing, right? There's a path to a percussionist that's going to go play in the orchestra. Maybe one day you play in the symphony, and you're like, I didn't go through the normal paths of playing in the symphony. One day I will be in a museum. I didn't go down the normal paths. We just need to show up louder and create our own conversations where people are like, I'm going to go join his conversation.
Right.
What am I missing out? Like, back to not being a follower. We don't need to follow people's paths or to join other conversations. Let's create our own and make it so contagious.
Right. And somebody,
and you're in the room.
Yeah, no, you're right. And somebody told me one time, he said, Elec, when you start to develop, scream so loud from your mountain to where the mountain where everybody needs to be, like, okay, like the degrees and everything, to where the big dogs are looking like, who's that screaming on that little mountain over there? Who's that screaming? Like with this commercial, with this role I got, you know what I'm saying, for this commercial here in LA. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like when I auditioned, okay, thank you, boom. But I beat out a lot of great musicians, a lot of great union, tour. I mean, I toured too, but a lot of great degree musicians and this and that, and they played with this person on this award show. Blah, blah. I was like, wow. I was like, that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me. And then I think it's not my playing. I think it was my personality. I think the love, when I smiled, the director, he's like, man, we love your smile. We love your energy. And I said, there it is. I said, thank you, God. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm going into life different, Rube. I'm going in there different. I'm not the same. Even when me and you met, I'm not the same person. I'm going into life different. And it takes a man to admit that when you do change, because everybody wants you to think that you're on top, blah, 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 blah. You're the same. No, I'm changing as the days go by. I'm learning more and getting more wiser. I'm starting to learn how to just be quiet more and just observe.
Yeah, that's the hard part. So I know you're a big ball of energy, a happy ball of joy, loving, and I know I have my mad days, my bad days, and I know you've dealt with your own fair share. Like, how do you handle the ups and downs and dealing with your mental health? Right? We just saw what happened at Twitch this week. Like,
yeah, I and this is on camera, and I can care less right now. Anybody watching this, where's the camera at? Boom, there, bam, bam. Hey, hi, Mom, I love you. Anybody watching this right now, I struggle with mental health badly, a lot. And I'm gonna tell you why. I hide it through my smile and my laughter, but I struggle with mental illness bad because I want to make sure everybody's okay. And then if I'm not, I just want to keep all my loved ones in a room and just nobody leave. I'll go to the store for you. I'll go. Just stay here. I know you're safe here. Just grow old here. Just stay right here. Don't move. And that's bad. My mom's I come from a big family, loving family. We was poor growing up. Come from a big family. That's why the drive I have in me now. But my mom made, and she's set now, but she made $333 every 2 weeks to provide.
Damn.
333. I remember as a kid, I used to hear her crying when I walked past her bedroom, and I'd be like, Mom, what's wrong? She was like, nothing. Get ready for school. I'm good. She's one of the strongest women in the world. My aunts, everybody. So the mental stuff as a kid started killing, like, okay, I got to make sure I'm not going to live like this. I got to make sure my mom's okay. I got to make sure my mom's okay. So me and my mom are in tune. My mom was born at 10:42 p.m. I was born at 10:42 a.m. So that right there is already like locked. It's crazy, right? Long story short, the mental part, I have an addictive personality. I used to have a bad gambling problem. Nobody knew. And I'm gonna say it on it. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it on here so the world, whoever's watching, I used to have I walked away from my wicked ways. I walked away from it. I walked away from gambling. It was bad. And the game I played was roulette in the casino. I would search and look for a casino every place I went when I was on tour, when I was doing Stomp. When I was doing Stomp in New York and, on the tour, I would search for every city that had a casino. And I would, after rehearsal, after show, I would go straight there, drop my bags off my hotel room and go straight there. Mental. I was one, what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact is winning money. It was the fact that the ball was going in my number that I picked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop gambling, or when I would lose, I would, my mental would just go nuts. I'd be angry. People didn't want to be around me. But mental illness, I learned how to deal with it better, because now that I'm talking to God, talking to the Creator, talking to the universe, just being chill. I'm sitting down. But walking away from your wicked ways is probably the hardest thing to do, but I did it cold turkey. No classes, no nothing. Just walked away from it.
Nice.
And I've been blessed more than I can even think of now. So once again, anybody watching this, if you're struggling with something right now, just try to walk away and watch all the blessings start to pour on you. I walked away from it, Rube. Bro, I'm telling you. And it just, as soon as I walked away, it was like, okay, bing, boom, 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 boom. And I looked back and I said, man, I was I was in a dark place, but I was smiling the whole time, Rube.
Yeah.
Smiling the whole time, bro. But I can't believe I said that on film. I don't care though, because I know it's going to help somebody else.
It's part of your journey. Exactly. So what was the trigger that led to like, yo, Elec, you need to walk away from this now? What was it? Was there a moment? Was there a person?
It was both. It was my girlfriend. My girlfriend, she was tired. She was like, I'm just tired of this. She's like, I hate you. She's like, I'm nervous because I don't know when you just leave. I don't know if you're gonna, say I'm done and think about, taking my life. Thought about it tons of times because you would never be able to tell. I just smile. I'm always laughing. So you be like, people see you on stage. I think everything's great. That and my mom would cry a lot because I would be angry when I lost. I didn't want to talk. I would just leave myself, put myself in a room. Main thing was I'm working so hard being on the stages, making all this money, doing this, blowing it, trying to double it, trying to get the fast money, trying to triple it, trying to blah, 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 blah. But I think the main reason, and Pastor Matt, he's a great dude, helped me out, and he said, God will bless you, Elec, once you let this thing go. You're gonna be on the biggest stages in the world. You're gonna play. You're gonna start getting it. He's like, once you let this go. And my mom said that. My mom said, walk away from your wicked ways. I was like, I ain't trying to hear that. I don't go to church. People know that. Yeah. I have a relationship. I love God. I don't go to church though.
Well, but God said we can talk to him directly.
Man, I talk to him direct. I don't go to church. That's just me. And I love God. Period. But I say, God, if you're listening to me, I need you to help me. I need you to take me away from this. I stopped July-ish. Yeah, sometime July 1st, 2nd. 2 months after I stopped on the Pieces of a Dream tour. Yeah, two months after I stopped the Pieces of a Dream tour, we played Atlantic City. A roulette table was 15 steps away from my room. I didn't do it. I stayed in my hotel, did the show, did rehearsal. I said, come on, Elec, come on. You can be strong in the gym, but I need you to be strong now. After that battle, I was like, this is easy now. Got it. A year later, to that same date, we play another casino in Arkansas, Memphis area. Right there. Same thing. Another test a year later around the same time. So the test is going to be there, and it's just about in here and up here, and I conquered it, and that was it, bro. I was done. I was done with it.
Congrats on doing that.
Thank you. Nobody knows about that, but now they know because it's on the Ruben.
It's gonna be out there. It's gonna be out there. But that's why we're here. We're here to tell stories and get real.
It's on the Ruben show.
No,
y'all at home, and y'all know now. Like, man, I didn't know that. Yeah, roulette was my game. Roulette was my game, and not gonna lie, bro. When I do play casino, I see stuff. You still look like, man. And I was walking past the table, Rube. Every number that I played was on the board. 10, 15, 27, 29, that side of the wheel. I was like, man, oh man, but walked away.
That's life testing you right there too.
Walked away. I think it's in here. I think it's in our, we're talking about love. I got the shirt on, red, you know what I'm saying? I think it's in your heart. You have to know, you have to listen to your gut. You have to listen to it.
You have to choose it, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a choice you have to make every day.
Preach, bro. That's the truth. You have to choose. Yes. Very true. Very true. Yes, you have to choose it. But yeah, man, that's one of my deep secrets that hide behind my smile, I think. That's one of my deep secrets, yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for opening up. I'm glad we're sharing this space right now. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. I'm glad we met. I'm glad we crossed paths.
Yeah, me too. And I wasn't even gonna, it's funny how energy can just take you to a subject. I wasn't even going to talk about none of that.
That's the beauty of this. You never know where the conversation is going to go.
You just know.
Yeah.
And like I said, I thank you for having me, man. And even, you send me all the stuff, man. I thank you. Like I try to, you try to live through up. I try to, we all try to live through up. And that's why I wrote my song, learn how to love.
Yeah.
That's why I teach kids skin color means nothing. We talk about different races and everything like that. But if you all love God and you guys are all believers, you would see past that, right? If we was all skeletons with a love shirt on, you wouldn't be able to tell who's black
Exactly.
white, beige, pink or not. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and we have to show up. Like I write it every day. I have to show up this way. It's not even a choice anymore. It's a have to. It's a get to. But I still have to choose to feel right or make the choice of continuing to choose it. Because it's real easy to go in the corner and cry.
Wow. I bet you people don't even know that about you. Like you have to show up.
Yeah.
And that's probably news
not.
to people right now. Like, man, I didn't rule, Ruben. I thought you just walked out the house. Hey, I love you, man. No, they don't roll like that.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
It's also you build the life around you that you want, and you build it to elevate you to another level. So like I've built this life of I paint love around the world. I have to choose it. It's not about me showing up all bubbly and love. Hey, I'm the love guy. No, it's not about that. But it's just showing like if you choose it, look what happens.
Right. And I brag about you too, bro.
Thank you.
People that see your stuff and say, that's my homeboy. You don't know him. Okay. Just look at this. You know, when people, you got to prove to people that you know somebody. You got to show them your number and the phone, and then you got to prove that they follow you.
I remember there was one time you called me. Watch, he's going to pick up. I picked up. I haven't picked up. Yeah.
I stopped you. You're like, I was like, man, listen, Rube, would you tell this dude that we're cousins on your mom's side?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
From the Colombia side, both sides of Colombia.
Yeah.
But final question. This is how we wrap everything up. This is like the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here. How do you define living a life through love?
I define living a life through love. How do I define living a life through love? For me, it's sitting with somebody eating lunch by themselves, somebody who's an underdog, somebody who's not important, somebody who's not got a lot of followers, somebody who nobody cares about, but they got stuff going on. I like hanging out with them people. I want to hang out with them. I want to build them up and make them feel good. That's my thing. Like we're all at a restaurant and somebody just having eating by themselves, having no friends. I'm that type. I do it to this day. Hey man, you want to come eat with us? And I've had people say, man, don't just leave them. Sorry. Excuse my friend. I was like, don't say that because it make it look like I'm crazy. Do you want to come eat with us? That's just me. That's my definition of living through love. I'm always gonna go for the underdog, somebody who's not important and somebody don't have a lot of followers, and even if something happened to them, nobody cares. But then their friends will say happy birthday to a celebrity and won't even say happy birthday to their own homeboy.
Yeah. Mic drop.
That's it.
So just treat all humans as equals.
Come on, man. Come on. Ain't that crazy though? But we can't do that because the thing called money.
Yeah.
It's a thing called money and things. We can't do that because, we all been through there. We've all been through it. I'm not gonna lie. If Denzel or Will Smith or somebody or Matthew, I don't care who it is, or Leonardo DiCaprio walked there and said, I'm gonna do that because that's a natural thing, man. I remember. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do that, but try to treat people like equals.
Yeah.
Try to treat people like there's no color because we're stuck on color of our skin. We look like a box of crayons.
Yeah.
And just let that be. We all make a good blend.
Oh yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Put us all together, it's the perfect color.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Put us all together, it's a perfect color. But people be very careful when you come across, because people can come off like they're all for love and all for humanity. But then you hear them say something where it separates color and race and different things. Be careful. Be careful. When you hear people say, oh, I love you. We're all together. We're all together.
No, I feel you right there.
We're all together.
All right, brother. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me in Ruben's studio right now. It's like, no, I'm joking. You can find me on Instagram, Elec Simon, ElecSimon. On Instagram, follow me. TikTok, Facebook, same thing, ElecSimon. We talking about love. My song is on, Spotify, Apple Music, Elec Simon, Learn How to Love. The world will be a better place if we learn how to love. That's my chorus. Shout out to Dallas Baldwin, one of my producers who helped me with that. He's been with me the whole time. Doing that, I remember I FaceTimed you when I was making the track 2 years ago. So and it's finally out right now. But thank you so much, Rube. I love you, man, with all my heart. Thank you.
Love you too, bro. Thank you for coming.
Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Live Through Love. If you love this episode, you'll love this episode.